This week we're focusing on a mapping tool in Google Maps. If you simply go to maps.google.com, you'll be taken to a website where it will try to map your present location. So here I am at Stafford Middle School. Pretty much everyone is pretty accustomed to using Google Maps, but you may not have thought about using it for educational purposes. So again, I'm at maps.google.com. I am signed into my Stafford Schools account. In the upper left, I'm going to click on my hamburger menu, and I'm going to choose Your Places. It will come up with a list of any places I've already labeled, saved, visited, but it also comes up with a tab that mentions maps. If I click on that, you'll see I currently have no maps here. But if I scroll to the bottom, I have an area to click on for My Maps. At the bottom of My Maps, I have an option to create a new map. It will take me to a map that looks like this. In the upper left, you'll see it says Untitled Map. So I can go there, click, and name my map. So let's say this is Todd's Dream Vacation. I can give a description as well if I want, and I can save that. Now I'm going to add different places to my map. So let's start by searching for some places that we normally would in Google Maps. I'm going to go to North Dakota, and I'm going to move my pin to where I want it. And actually what I should do is probably search for the exact location. Let me make a quick edit, and I'll search for Mandan, North Dakota. All right, so Mandan, North Dakota is there. Now, I can choose to add this to my map, and it now gives me a box with details from Google Maps. I can leave that there as part of my description, but I prefer to remove it. And instead, I'm going to edit and add my own description. So at the bottom of this layer, I'm going to click the pencil to edit. I'm going to leave that as Mandan, but I'm going to add onto this my birthplace. Maybe I'm going to be returning Mandan this summer. And then here I can give a short description of what Mandan is. This is the town of my birth, blah, 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 blah. And I would obviously add more. Now I can add pictures as well to this description by clicking the little photo icon. And I can choose pictures I have already saved in my Google Drive. I can upload, I can take a webcam image, etc. I'm just going to do a Google search. I'm going to search for Mandan, North Dakota, and I'm going to add a couple of pictures. I'm going to add that one. And you'll see it puts it in, and then I can hit the plus and add other photos as well. All right, so now there'll be 2 pictures there with my description. And I'm going to save that. All right, so Mandan has now been added to Todd's Dream Vacation. So I'm going to search for my second place. So let's say I'm going to Los Angeles, California from there. All right, and for Los Angeles, same thing. I'm going to add it to my map. Again, I'm going to remove the Google details, and I'll edit this. And here I'm going to put something, looking for my favorite stars. All right, and then my description would be here. And again, I can add images as well. And I'm going to save that. Now, I want to also point out that you do have choices of style. And I can also change my icons. There are some stock icons here, and then there are more icons listed underneath. Maybe I'll change it to a little martini glass. All right, and then I can add directions, add other images, etc. By the way, if you ever get started and you want to delete, you do have your trash can option as well. All right, so that has now been added. And you'll see as I'm adding things to my layer here, it's putting them in chronological order. And I can always drag them and drop them and move them around. All right, so then I could add my next place, so on and so forth. Preview. Preview is always a good option. If you click on the preview, it's going to show you what this map looked like to an outsider who you've shared this with. So again, this is what they would see. They would see that untitled layer, which is something I should probably go back and change. They'll see Los Angeles. Oh, there's my description. Didn't have much with that one. There's Mandan. You'll notice the map changes to Mandan, and it gives the description, and it gives my 2 photos here. So if I click that, it will show the 2 photos. So this is a great way of giving students a chance to map out a variety of things. It could be something as simple as where you're going on summer vacation. That classic essay everybody has to write in the fall when they come back. But you can use this for mapping out math concepts. There's a great website called LitTrips, Google LitTrips, where people have basically created all sorts of literature trips based on where characters go in a book, authors' lives. You can use Google Maps to retell someone's timeline, a historical figure. Lots and lots of options. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of this preview mode, and I'm going to go back to my map. There's that untitled layer, which I should probably have renamed. So I'm going to rename that, early years. Now the Los Angeles thing doesn't make much sense, so I could go in and delete that and then work on adding some other places from my early years. So maybe this isn't going to be Todd's dream vacation anymore. Maybe this is going to be, Todd's autobiography. So I'm going to change here on the fly. But I think you get the idea of how this works. The last option, of course, students will want to do, again, being Google, this saves all the time. They'll want to go ahead and share that with you. And what it will do is it will give them the option, just like any other Google Doc, of adding people to be collaborators. So if you are looking for a collaboration option, you can have students working together on a map, or they can just add someone with viewing rights, or they can just give that link, drop it into a Google Classroom assignment that you've set up for them. And that way you'll be able to see that the map that they've turned in. A couple other things you can do. You can add web links to your description. So when students are writing in those boxes, they can go ahead and put in web links so that people can actually click there and be taken to a website, etc. And I encourage you to check out not only the googlelittrips.org site, but also check out Google's Maps site, where they have resources broken down by subject. They tag it as going with Google Earth, but it can easily work with Google Maps. So if you click on any subject, they'll give you a couple of ideas and links. And then they also have resources at the top of that site, which will take you to some other tutorials and some trainings that you might be interested in as well. So great site, one that's often overlooked as far as educational use. We all use Google Maps all the time to get around, but it's really, really cool to see kids put maps together, to tell a story about themselves, a historical figure, someone from a book, etc., and really see the power of Google Maps come to life.